feet back off the road. To build a building there or to utilize a building, there's insufficient space for off-street parking that's required. So it's a challenge to bring business people up there, developers up there. Additionally, you know, since we're all here and we're all going to be honest and we're in a church, there are a lot of people that don't want to go to Springfield Avenue. Just being totally honest. We talk to a lot of folks and they tell us, we don't want to go to Springfield Avenue, and some of it is code for it's too black, it's too urban, there's a perception of crime. So they say to us, if you can find a place in the village, we'll go in a minute.
Is there anything to back up the perception of crime? I mean, I live off Springfield Avenue, pre-Home Depot, and there's a little hardware store, you know,
Right.
2 blocks away. I live just a few blocks away from the post office.
Yeah.
And I have
There's-
always tried to
yeah.
use it before all the,
There's,
is it real?
well, there's more larceny because there's more stores for people to steal from there. So that is the case. So
Oh.
they're shoplifting.
Okay.
There are some areas, like we were talking about with the Wawa, which are more susceptible to personal crime because it's dark and people are getting off buses and people are walking to and from other towns.
Okay.
But overall, no. We look at the crime statistics every month with the chief of police, and there's no pattern of crime on Springfield Avenue.
That I've known.
But it is out there.
Okay.
And what I learned in this business is that when you have facts and opinion, opinion always trumps the facts. It's just out there. So
Perception.
the way to confront that are the things that we've been doing. Like you had Mayfest up there, so people go up there and have a positive experience. You bring in stores so that people feel comfortable going to and from the stores. So it has been difficult to get the avenue occupied, and those of you who've been around for a while know that we had at one point in the what we call the pedestrian node of Springfield and Prospect, we had a lot of kind of neat little stores. We had a couple coffee shops, we had a toy store, we had a couple other places, and we noticed then, you know, you saw a lot more people walking around with strollers and just, and the banks were there too, people were going in and out of the banks.
Right.
So it just lended itself to more park and walk, a pedestrian area. You know, we started to lose those little mom and pops. They were replaced by others that didn't have as much of a draw. And then we lost banks. So that area there, which lends itself to a lot of pedestrian activity, really hasn't we haven't been able to sustain that. We're working back. I mean, the bringing Blue Life back to that bank building, or having Blue Life Karate move from down the street back to that bank building is putting some more activity on that corner, which is very good. And we're trying to get somebody to go into that Santander, but it is a very difficult lease because in order to rent the first floor, you have to rent the whole building. There's a suite of offices upstairs. And we had a guy who wanted to go there, but he has no use for the upstairs. So that's just the way the building is, and the landlord doesn't want to make any kind of investment. We have a couple landlords that are, you know, their heads are in the sand. They don't want to do anything to their building. They think, you know, somewhere, sometime along the line, somebody's going to come. So.
Wait, Vic, can I just ask